Hi, I'm Rock.
And I'm Carolyn.
And our question of the day is...
Do we have to have a question every day? Can't we just live?
No. A question a day.
When do you decide it's time to move to your final, pardon expression, resting place?
Maybe your final home would be better.
Final home. Okay, that's good. Well, how do you make that decision?
Our house made that decision for us because it was single story with stairs everywhere. We had stairs out the backyard, the side yard, the front yard, the patio, wherever it was.
And a very steep driveway. I was afraid to walk down the driveway with the dog that I wouldn't fall over.
We did. In fact, one of the cars that we got when we went up that driveway, the tail end would scratch. That's how bad it was. There's a time if you need to move, you think about what you're going to be doing, not immediately, but 5-10 years down the road.
Exactly, because the older you get, the harder it is to make a move, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, I wouldn't want to move now because we're really old.
That's right. So this is the time better to start thinking about it sooner rather than later. And we'll talk to you soon. And we're back.
We're back,
as they say.
Yeah. Another thing, when your friends and your family all move away.
And your kids.
Yeah, that's your family, I think.
Well, some of them I'll claim and some not.
Some people move away so far away from the kids, and then they get sick or they want to have holidays, and their kids don't want to drive all that way to see you. So it's better to move close so the kids are in your face.
Yeah, it's better to nag them from nearby than a long distance. It keeps that family contact.
And another thing is that we were kind of watching the real estate and
the market.
The market.
Yeah.
You business people call it the market. I just sort of watched it, and it appeared that we sold at a very, very good time.
We got lucky.
Yeah.
We got lucky.
So that was fun.
So the combination of knowing that we needed to move, not at the moment, but somewhere down the line, because I didn't want to be. We had a lot of stairs in that house, as we've mentioned, and at 75 I could do it. At 90 I was not very excited about it at all. Oh yeah, I'm going to be around forever.
Sometimes you want to live at the beach. All your life you've wanted to live at the beach, but you couldn't because you didn't want to take your kids out of school.
You have responsibilities.
Yeah, and you were working, and so sometimes that makes a decision too, enters into it.
One of the things, when the kids are gone and you have reached a certain age, one of the nice things about it is you have a freedom that you didn't have before. So the bucket list is frequently used. All these things that you wanted to do and didn't have time, or you had responsibilities, or you couldn't move for one reason or another. Now it becomes an option. Obviously, money rears its ugly head, but you can do things and have options that you didn't have before. One of which could be the beach.
My bucket is full of compost.
Yes.
We were kind of lucky. We did most of the things other people, wait till they're retired. We started doing it when we first married. Continued on for 55 years. It's just hard to make that decision. So you think people who wait till they're 80 to do it, it's too late.
Well, the problem, I think the reason that it becomes such a difficult because there's so much emotion involved in it. It's not just a decision that you make. Well, it's not necessarily even based on facts. It's people's houses they think of their kids. We had the Christmas tree over there and all that kind of thing. And we had a friend of ours who wanted to sell and was ready to move, and their children were just really upset. So it becomes, when you're selling your family home, it really becomes, for many, a family decision. So you kind of have to break it to your children.
Sit down. This is us. We're going to make the decision.
So that's an element. That's an element in the decision.
Yeah, that is. We had this wonderful real estate agent who was pounding the pavement every day in 100-degree weather And she kind of talked to me for years. And then one day I said, why don't you come in and have a glass of water? So we sat down with her, and by the end of the conversation, we had decided to sell the house.
Maybe that's why she was out pounding.
She's become a wonderful friend.
A good real estate agent is absolutely critical. As we say, we got lucky with finding the one we did, but it's not a decision you can make quickly, and you kind of have to look around and ask friends and other people about what experience they've had with their house. Because a good real estate agent that sells your house and can help you buy another house is very critical.
A lot of our friends have moved to different states, and
makes you wonder, what did we say?
I don't know, but they all left. And the one couple that remained, they looked at various places, and then they decided to stay in their 2-story, 3,000 square foot house because it just too much for them to get going. He's not well, and it's just too much for them to try to do.
You know, the other decision that you have to make is what you're going to move into. You're going to move into a house, a condo, a senior living.
You're going to buy an RV and tour the country?
An RV. So that's another issue you have to talk, and these have to be something you talk with your significant other, because this makes a big decision on where you start looking. And that's another thing, not only what kind of what you move into, but where. Do you stay where you are, or do you move to Arizona? Well, not
Oregon and Idaho seem to be popular.
You're going to say Arizona, but right now that Arizona is not the right place to go. We're in the middle of a pandemic.
You've got to think about, as you age, you need to be near the medical facility.
Yeah.
Because if you are...
The whole thing is becoming very complex. I'm surprised we were able to get through it.
Oh, we think fast.
Okay.
It only took us about 4 years.
Okay, well, things move right along.
And another thing is... One more thing.
Well, there's always one more thing.
The climate.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people have moved to the desert. You know what it is in the desert today? 116 degrees.
But some people some people can, if you like to ski, some people move to the snow. Some people we have friends that move to the desert because they like to golf all the time. So you have to make a decision on what kind of climate you want to live in. One of the things that the options are, you have all these decisions to make.
And one of our neighbors who just moved in, they moved from up in the mountains because he was having breathing problems up in the mountains at the elevation. So where we are, we can breathe.
So, but the thing we're getting to is there are a lot of things you have to consider, and one of the items that I might mention, if you'll check if you have access to the internet, there are lots of guides and sources of information for how to move and where to move and when to move and things that you have to think about. The one that comes immediately to mind is AARP. They have several booklets that are available if you're a member.
Or they can just ask us. Just leave some comments at the bottom there. We'll tell you everything you need to know about.
Which brings up another point. If there's something you want to hear about, I'd like for us to talk about, drop us a line. Let us know. We'd love to hear from you.
And we love to talk. We can talk about almost anything.
And subscribe.
We have a sign over our television that says "Our Happy Place." So we made some really good decisions when we moved 4 years ago, and we're very happy here. And glad that we're not moving today. So
we'll talk to you next time.
Bye-bye.